All hands stand by. Engine room, reverse 1/4. Bellman, cast off bell line.
Aye, aye, sir.
Here. This is
Bow
recording.
line away.
Engine room, ahead 1/4. Sound last bell. Leadsman, sound off. Give me a depth reading by the mark.
By the mark. Mark wind. Mark 3. Mark 4. D4. Ocean deep.
Mark 4. Engine room, ahead 3/4. Stand by. Steady as she goes. Captain?
Welcome aboard the Liberty Belle. I'm your captain, Horace Bixby, and my pilot with me here on the Texas deck is a young cub that goes by the name of Sam Clemens. Hey, he's marking his 100th voyage down the river today with nary a calamity on his watch so far. Sam knows this river like his own backyard. Sam, tell our guest everything you know about this river.
Well now, I always figure it is better to keep your mouth shut and appear stupid than to open it and remove all doubt. But I will tell you this, I love this river more than anything else. I've loved this river even from the time I was a toddler back in Missouri. Before we get too much further out of port, I think I should mention that you best not be sitting on those handrails. They're the only thing between you and the river, and the river don't always take kindly to uninvited guests. We've also had reports of river pirates operating in the vicinity, so I wouldn't lean out beyond those rails for that reason either. Now, for those of you on the port side, that river town we're passing is frontier land. A few years back, it was no more than a boom town carved out of the wilderness by a handful of settlers looking to start a new life. Today, gentility and decorum are running rampant. Oh, it still has its share of footloose trappers, keelboaters, prospectors, and an Indian or two, but mostly it's flush times and well on its way to becoming a fine big city. Frontierland reminds me some of my own hometown, Hannibal. It takes me back to when I was a barefoot boy growing up alongside the riverbanks. You know, it seems to me that when I was younger, I could remember everything, whether it happened or not. But as I grow older, I seem to remember only the things that never happened at all. See that peak just beyond the outskirts of Frontierland? That's Chickapin Hill, or at least it used to be. Dam burst a few years back, and folks been calling it Splash Mountain ever since. Some have even taken to riding hollowed-out logs over the big falls. Seems far-fetched, I know, but it's the truth. All my life, it seems I never could tell a lie that anybody would doubt, nor a truth that anybody would believe. But believe me when I tell you, truth is the most valuable thing we have. So I make sure I only use it with economy.
You get to see the caves and everything. That's a good picture. You'll get a better one in a minute. Yep. Because that, you'll get a good view once we get past it.
That island over across the way on the starboard side was my stomping grounds when I was young. Exceedingly young. Marvelously young. Young by hundreds of years. Younger than I will ever be again. It's called Tom Sawyer's Island and is named for a friend from my boyhood. Even today, the only way you can get there is by raft. Old man Harper's grain mill is there, back in the woods just off Tom's Landing. And that's Muff Potter's pond and his windmill. We almost hanged Muff once. And there's Huck's Landing.
Remember that?
I always did like Huck. He could swear just wonderfully. He and Tom and I spent most of our wild and reckless youth exploring that island. Lots of caves, lots of adventure, if you know where to look. And we all knew where
Mark
to look.
Twain is kind of a mix.
And that Superstition Bridge,
well, Tom Sawyer and Huck
it
Finn
connects the big
are
island
kind
to the
of
little
a
one.
mixture
And if you
between
follow the Wilderness Trail there,
Mark
it'll
Twain
lead you right
and
up
some
to the
of his
gates of
friends
Fort
when he was a
Langhorne.
kid.
It's the last trading outpost before we head into Indian country.
Yeah, so pretty much he's Mark Twain. And some of his friends mixed together when they were kids.
Look off to the port side there. Every now and then, the water under that crest of rock comes to a natural boil and spurts out all over the place like a tea kettle left on the fire too long. The Indians around here used to tell me these geysers were actually unfriendly spirits, upset by uninvited trespassers traipsing all over their sacred hunting ground. Be that as it may, that Big Thunder Mountain poking up in the sky over there. The Indians named it that because of the sound the falls used to make when the big rains came. Then the miners and prospectors and get-rich-quick speculators showed up, and the name stuck because of the sound of blasting powder going off every few minutes. There's not so much blasting these days, just ghost stories about a runaway mine train loaded down with simple-hearted, terror-filled folks like you.
That's where you were shooting at it right there. Yeah. Earlier. Yeah. Yeah, all fake. Isn't that cool? See this house? See that house over there? My grandpa told me it's been burning since the first time he came to Disney World. Yeah, it's not really burning. But it sure looks like it, huh? They used to have bigger flames coming out of it. And they didn't have as many trees when I was little. See that guy right over there? He has a little fish that jumps. Do you want to stay here or you want to go to the very front where you can see both sides? What's that? Do you want to go to the front where you can see both sides or just stay here? Huh? Okay, let's go.